Hello and welcome to another Modern Warfare Remastered challenge guide. This is a big one, a challenge I really struggled with over a long period of time. It'd be hard to rank challenges definitively in terms of difficulty, but this one has to be up there among the toughest challenges in the game. I'm sorry that I spent so much time prioritizing those other challenges like Think Fast, Airborne, Slightly Faster, Counter MVP. They were all fairly easy, I think, but this topic took a lot of research, so despite how high in demand it was for me to cover this one, I really wanted to do it right, so it ended up being very delayed. I was wondering if it became too late to make it, but it has come to my attention people are still really struggling with this challenge, the M16A4 Red Dot Rampage challenge. And I mean, you need a lot of them, 150 kills. That is a large number. That is in fact a bigger number than 25, which is how many times you need to earn Counter MVP. Do some quick math, and it looks like this challenge is 6 times harder than Counter MVP. Yeah, I wish I could have gotten around to it before April, but here we are. So we'll start off with the basics to this challenge, and interpreting the description here, it does tell you that you need to be using the M16A4 to be completing the challenge, and that is true, there's no way around it. It is a camo challenge after all, and you can see that's one big problem right off the bat. As we all know, COD 4 was always fairly well known for great weapon balance overall, but the M16 is an anomaly, really falling behind, lacking in power and accuracy. Burst weapons in general are really tough to use, so I guess they give you this pew shooter right off the bat. It is the first thing you unlock after all. Unfortunately, it takes a while to unlock the MP44. With that thing you can really dominate the metagame, but we're trying to get this challenge done, so we are stuck with using the M16. You also need to be using the red dot sight, as if things could get any worse. You need to waste your attachment slot on the red dot. I figured I'd engineer the perfect class to maximize your chances of getting this done. I almost went with an M9 as a secondary for the great damage output at long range, but ended up going with the overkill M60. If you run out of ammo with the M16, it's great to have those free 200 rounds in a secondary weapon. If only there were some perk to just give you more ammo with the M16, but I guess not. I also chose the M18 smoke grenade. Really helps you rack up those kills you need. Some people like it for blocking off a line of sight or taking an objective, but I think it is the best grenade to throw directly at enemy players. It'll be hard for them to see. This stuff isn't too harmful if you inhale some, but you might be coughing a bit. Pretty disorienting, I have to say, and in the confusion you can try to get a kill with that M16. The bomb squad perk is essential for keeping yourself alive. Really hate running into claymores and C4 traps around every corner. People use a ton of those in the current meta. Grenades are very weak. Overkill, we already talked about. Really great perk, and I don't think there's anything else in that category that's even worth your time. And eavesdrop is the glue that holds this class together. I don't think I need to explain why it's very valuable to be able to listen into enemy communications. People are always giving callouts announcing where they're going and what positions they're taking, and that intel is invaluable for you to navigate the map and flank the enemy team. Alright, let's move on to some tips and tricks here. You're going to want to hit Find Match at the top of all these options, and I tried out all the game modes. It looks like they all work. You can earn points towards this challenge in any game mode, so we'll just go with Team Deathmatch. Something like Domination might give you more time to position and try to get a kill for the challenge, but Team Deathmatch only takes the press of one button, whereas you have to press down several times to get to Domination. However, you should know that you can actually earn more than one kill, counting towards the challenge in one game, if you can actually manage that. There is no limit on how many you can earn in one game, as far as I could tell from my testing. Now here's where the difficulty comes in. With default settings on consoles, you can hold down the trigger here, labeled L2, you can read it there, the left trigger, and that will cause you to aim the weapon. Now you're looking down the red dot sight, pretty cool. And then on the other side of the controller, there's one called R2, that right trigger will cause the weapon to fire. You have to do those two things with an enemy player in the middle of the screen, and all going well, you should earn a point towards this challenge. One down, 149 to go. Of course, you could run into difficulties if they end up having last stand, then you'll have to aim a bit down and fire again. And keep in mind, they can shoot back at you as well. This challenge would be much easier if they couldn't shoot back. There are many other factors that may go into earning this challenge, but it would take a really long time to go through everything. However, I did make one big discovery that should really help, and it's the biggest reason that made me think I should make this video. The challenge, including the red dot sight, maybe implies or makes you think that you need to be aiming down the red dot sight, but I found out that isn't true. You just need to have the red dot sight equipped, and that is good enough. Hipfire kills count as well, which is fantastic news because it is a very obstructive sight. Maybe the worst part about the challenge. I wish I could be using the M203. That's a much better attachment if you're willing to forego bomb squad, because the iron sights are already perfect on the M16. I did a survey on Twitter, and you can see that in fact 100% of people agree the M16 iron sights are better than the red dot sight. I was a little shocked that everyone was able to come together and agree. Usually there are some outliers Hipfires. I guess that's how clear the issue is. But since you're stuck with the red dot, at least we now know you can Hipfire to get your kills much easier, I think. You don't have to waste your time aiming, and you don't have that red dot obstructing your view. If only there was some perk to tighten your Hipfire spread, that could really help out here. But I know the perks real well, and something like that would surely be way too powerful. Well, I think I've given plenty of solid tips and tricks there. Putting it all together, it should look something like this. This guy was clearly all blinded up, coughing away in that smoke grenade, so I got that kill. I almost got really lucky and got another one using the Hipfire strategy, and as you saw the proof there, that kill did in fact count towards the challenge. That was the one that finally put me over the halfway point, and then several ones of games later, I got this crazy long-range headshot kill, and then got even another one before going down. Amazing play right there. Not every day you can get 2 quick kills with the M16, but as you saw, that was the final kill required for the Red Dot Rampage challenge, and the gold unlock for the M16. Finally done with it. Quite the relief to get that thing out of my hands and get back to the comfort zone of the Scorpion and the MP44. That's all the strategy I have for this guide. I'm glad I was finally able to tie off this loose end and help all the people that were asking for help with this challenge. Hopefully seeing me complete it was inspiring in some way and will encourage you to not give up. Keep trying. It can be tough to get a hang of the M16, but it can be done. Thanks for watching. I will catch you next time.